monthly Board of Equalization meeting. It's June 11th, 2024. The time is 3 p.m. In attendance are Commissioners Matari and Duncan. Commissioner Brooks is excused. Are there changes to the agenda? Hearing none, we'll go ahead with our first item. And I think, is that just one, or do we have more than one that we can handle together?
We can do the first one on its own, and then the next three we can kind of group together.
Okay. So this is evaluation adjustment for AIN 142562, and this is Hayden Urban Renewal Agency. And our Chief Deputy Assessor, Mr. Dyson Savage.
Yeah, when we built an audit to find anything related to urban renewal agencies after the CDA Ignite thing we had happen, where we had to go back in. So we looked for anything that had been mapped and changed for any other URDs, and we caught this parcel. It belongs to the Hayden Urban Renewal Agency and therefore is exempt. So we're asking you to move it to 0 and then go back 3 years for them.
Okay. Are they behind in taxes then? Because they wouldn't have
I think
paid
that they paid it.
Oh, they did pay it?
Yeah, and they shouldn't have been.
Oh, gosh.
I talked to them.
Okay, so now they have to have a refund.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, questions, motion.
I move that we approve the valuation adjustment for AIN 142562, and that's going back for tax years 2023, 2022, and 2021.
Second.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. All right, items 2, 3, and 4, and these are valuation adjustments. And we have all kinds of different ones here. AINs 223194, 223. Oh, this is duplicate. Do we have?
One's for occupancy and one's for the primary role.
Okay.
So it is two different ones.
Perfect. And then the third one, item 4, is 347212. So go ahead.
Right, so the first two of these are, they're assessed by the Idaho State Tax Commission as operating property, so they shouldn't have been assessed on our system, and that's just down to the coding that I've explained before. So one's the occupancy that we picked up, and then going back a year on another part of the parcel to cancel back to 2022. And then Signal Point, there was some contention about the ownership of this. We finally got clarification on the title. So the cell tower is owned by the state and never transferred out of the state's ownership. So we need to move it back down to 0.
All right, so I would take a motion for those two AINs to reduce the value.
Okay, so are we doing 2 and 3 or 3 and 4 to reduce?
Well, it's 2 and 3 are the same AIN. One's the occupancy role,
Okay.
and then one's a primary role. Then item 4. So you can make 2 separate motions if you want to do 2 and 3 together and 4 separate. That's might be a little more clear for the record.
Yeah, I think for 2, it's just an adjustment because of lack of occupancy, right?
No, they
Oh, they-
don't qualify.
Yeah, it's not an exempt entity. We don't assess it.
Yeah.
So we had an assessment on our books that shouldn't have been there. The state assesses those properties.
All right, so then 3 and 4 go to 0. I'll just do a separate for number 2 and then for 3 and 4 together, if that works.
Yep.
I move that we approve the valuation adjustment for AIN 223194 regarding occupancy.
Second.
Hello. Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. All right.
And the next motion is I move that we approve the valuation adjustments for AIN 223194 and AIN 347212 down to 0.
Second.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. All right, 5, 6, and 7 together?
Yeah, we can handle those at the same time.
Okay, so items which are inactive and duplicate for AIN 342694, Party of Shirts 337108, Party of Smock 343275, Party of Reed.
Yeah, all three of these were due to either the mobile had a duplicate account in our system, so the original wasn't deactivated, or there was a mapping change and the parcel wasn't inactivated on the back end. So one of the last things that happens is the parcel gets inactivated and goes to 0, and they were left active, and so they received value when they shouldn't have.
Okay, motion?
I move that we approve inactivating due to duplication for AINs 342694, AIN 337108, and AIN 343275.
Second.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. All right, item 8, homeowners exemption, AIN 347753, La Plante?
Yeah, it's a little bit odd, but essentially when the parcel was split, the full homeowner's exemption wasn't given as it should have been. The full value qualified it for more of a homeowner's exemption than it got. So we're asking to move the value down to reflect that additional homeowner's exemption they should have gotten after the mapping split.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the homeowner exemption amendment to AIN 347753.
Second.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. All right, then I think we can handle 9 through 16?
Yes.
All right, so these are solid waste fee adjustments. And Tina, do I have to read all these in the record, or can we just do it in the motion?
We've not even read them all in the motion. We've just said as listed on the agenda.
Oh, well, we can do that too. Okay, take it away.
Pretty easy here. There's basically two reasons in this list of AINs. Either the mobile home was moved and therefore the solid waste shouldn't have been charged because the mobile home is no longer in the county, or it was demolished. And that's a variety of these reasons. I think the only one that's slightly different is there was a double where the mobile home was moved out and it was on the original account, which was kind of odd, but it's the same process. It's the $88 going to zero.
Okay, so we can just take a motion, items 9 through 16.
Yep, I move that we approve the solid waste fee adjustment for items 9 through 16.
Second.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. Public comment? Hearing none. 3:07, meeting adjourned.